So if you have to find the zeros of a function algebraically, you're going to want to try to find at least one zero to start you off. Then you're going to break it down by using division. So we're going to graph this guy to get an idea of what the zeros are. Here's what it looks like graphically. And if you check this out right here, looks like it's not really centered, but it looks like it's going to cross right at x equals -4. So if we think -4 is a 0, we're going to divide this guy by something that would make -4 be a 0. That's x plus 4. Because if you plug in -4 right here, -4 plus 4 would make it be a 0. So in essence, what we're doing is we're taking the original function and we're rewriting it like this, x plus 4. And that's going to equal some blah, 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 blah stuff over here, something we don't care about. But by factoring out x plus 4, that -4 plus 4 would give you a 0, and 0 times all this stuff would guarantee you to have a 0. So the question is, what's all this blah, blah, blah stuff? Well, that's found by dividing this by this. And synthetic division is easiest. Okay. Synthetic division works by putting the root in. It's supposed to be -4. Again, synthetic division always works by plugging in the thing that's going to make it be 0 in brackets. The coefficients of the original function go here. If you're not too familiar with synthetic division, I'm getting these numbers from these right here: 1, 4, -13, -52. And so the way synthetic division works is you always carry down that first number, multiply these two numbers, like -4. And then add that column. That makes 0, because 4 plus -4 makes 0. Then repeat that process. -4 times 0 gives you 0. Then add that column. That'll give you -13. And now -4 times -13 gives you a +52. And that's how we know we did it right, because we got no remainder. We got 0 for a remainder. If it was a 0, we should have no remainder. And that's what happened. So we've done it right. This is going to be 1x squared plus 0x minus 13 is what we have for this blah stuff. 1x squared minus 13 is what we found. Okay, because we divide it, and this is what was left over. So you might ask what the other zeros are for this function. We have 1, and if you have learned the fundamental theorem of algebra, this is the third power. There should be there should be at most 3 zeros to this function. So we have 1. What are the other two? Oh shoot! I dropped something here. That's supposed to be an x squared. The other two are found right here: x squared minus 13. Set that equal to 0. Set that equal to 0, and then solve that little equation, because you're going to find out what it's going to take to make that parentheses equal 0. X squared equals 13. Take the square root, cancel out that squared, but you have to remember, every time you do that, it's a positive or a negative answer. Every time you do that, it's a positive or a negative square root of 13. So positive square root of 13, negative square root of 13, and x equals -4 are 3 roots. Those are 3 zeros.